This segment of Naperville Sports Weekly is brought to you by BMO Harris Bank.
Here at Neuqua Valley, Anand Shah and A.J Lighthall are joining me. Welcome, guys, from the wrestling team. Both seniors and both went to sectionals. So you guys had a lot of success this year as individuals. We'll start, great season. How did you feel you capped it off?
I didn't want to, I really wanted to go out on state this year, in my senior year, but I had some good matches out there. It wasn't all, bad. I was one match away from state. It's pretty tough, but overall, looking at my season, looking at all my seasons combined, I felt really good about it, just overall.
When you're walking away from a season like that, obviously you have goals, but knowing that you put it all on the mat, is that reaffirming?
Yeah, that's exactly what. Every time I go out to wrestle, just wrestle as hard as you can.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing more or less you could do.
I'm guessing you're kind of feeling the same way, AJ?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I came off that mat for my last match, just knowing that, even though I lost, I knew I didn't hold anything back. Like, I left it all on the mat. And also, I think that Coach Ruger has taught me that, no matter what, whether you win or lose, you just got to dust yourself off and get ready for what's coming next. After my match was over, I was disappointed, but after I just dust myself off, I just thought, just got to get ready for my transition into college and my transition into track.
And now 4 years have kind of gone by. We were talking just before this. You guys felt like this year went by really fast. Did 4 years go by quickly as well?
Yeah, but it went by really fast.
Can you even kind of put into words what you expected it to go and kind of how it went?
Yeah, I kind of expected it to go a little bit slower.
Yeah.
I remember going into high school, everyone was telling me that it's gonna go by like that, and I was like, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. But then when I came into my senior year, I went like, wow, I remember when I came in as a freshman.
Yeah. And now you're here.
Yep.
Pretty crazy. Do you remember individual matches from over the course of your career?
Yeah, for sure. I think just big matches I had. I remember my first match ever. As a freshman, and then conference matches. A lot of them are blurred, just random matches. But the bigger matches, conference and those kind of things.
Do individual takedowns kind of stick out sometimes? Do you remember little 5-second sequences?
Yeah, I will. Especially from this season or small stuff like that. I'll remember, times I was I just felt really good.
Give me one of them. Give me one that you can remember.
Well, this is actually kind of a bad one, but I put the legs in and I got my neck.
Ooh.
The guy took my neck and he got back point. He got the takedown. He got back points.
Yeah.
And I was this close to being pinned. I thought I was pinned, and I just somehow I got out of it, and I ended up winning that match. So I felt good, but it was really scary. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it was. What about you, AJ?
A match I remember?
Yeah.
I think the match that I remember the most is from this year when I was in the semifinals at regionals, and I remember. My guy was up by 1 point. It was 1-0, and I had 5 seconds left. And then Coach Rudiger told me that I just had to shoot off the whistle. I just can't do anything else. So I remember I just shot my double leg right off the whistle, and then I got my 2, and I won the match. And I got into the finals.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. I've always been curious about this, and different athletes have different takes on this. To get into the mindset to wrestle, I feel like you have to be more intense than maybe some other sports. Is that a process that you go into the night before, the day of, 5 minutes before the match? What do you usually go through?
I'm always thinking, especially during the week. I don't really think about it much during the week, but the night before for sure, I'm definitely just, I don't necessarily think about the match, but I just stay calm, relax, and then the day of, I'll when I warm up, I really get into that mindset, that intense mindset. And I had some trouble with that at the beginning of the year. I wasn't finding that. But as the year, as I got warmed up, as the year went on, I really started to feel get that intense mindset back. Yeah, it comes during like that warm up, and then that like 5 minutes before, like you said, like I just get really intense.
Sometimes they turn the lights off around the rest of the mat, but when they don't, do you still feel like you're kind of honing in on just what's going on in that circle?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, I'm just really focused on what I have to do and just go out there and get it done.
It's pretty crazy because it is such an individual sport, but there's that team aspect of it, and I've seen it at all levels where the guys that are just off the mat are doing their best to help you as well. Do you hear, you know, your coach, obviously you heard your coach during that one match, but do you hear your teammates, you know, saying, hey, look, this guy's doing something, you can do this. Do you actually take that into account?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
You know, I'll try, but it's kind of hard when once you get going during the match, you start to just like
you really don't have a moment to
really
listen.
Focus, yeah. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll be listening for my coach. If I hear something, I'll definitely take it into account.
Now, moving from wrestling into the classroom, you guys have had 4 years of school. You're going to be wrapping up your senior season soon, senior year soon, going from the sports to the schooling vernacular. You guys are both continuing on to college, and you know where you're going. Where are you going, and what are you going to be studying?
I'm going to Eastern, and I'm going to be studying in communications.
And then what exactly drew you to communications?
I just felt like with communications, when you get a degree in that, you could go into like a variety of stuff instead of just focusing on one certain area in the work.
It's a very useful skill.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people like it. And you're going into a very specific area as well.
I'm going to Case Western, and that's in Cleveland.
Yep.
And then I'm going to be majoring in biomedical engineering there.
And you're going to hope to continue wrestling as well?
Yes. Yeah. Well, they have a D3 program there. I'm looking to just do my best on that team.
And then as your senior years wrap up, do you kind of start looking back and reflecting on the 4 years that were?
Yeah.
I know you're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
But have you started looking back a little bit?
For sure. Like at least on you know, especially the wrestling aspect, since that's that's over for now. Yeah. It was a couple days, like 3 or 4 days. I really I didn't want to think about it, so I kind of just laid off. But yeah, I came back to it and I thought about it, and I felt good about what I've done in high school and on the wrestling team and just in high school in general.
Yeah.
I got a couple more months and then I'm out.
You'll get to see some teammates, in the next couple of years that you grew up with wrestling come through the program. You're looking forward to seeing what those guys can do?
Oh yeah, I'm going to come back and watch them.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're going to be a loud voice? You're going to be cheering them on?
Oh yeah, yep. I'll be the only voice you'll hear.
Guys, thanks for joining me. We appreciate it, and best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you.